All right, Matt Lauter. So last year I don't want to say quietly, but you had the most receptions by a tight end in Boise State history and the second most yards, which, considering the history of tight ends at Boise State, was kind of a big deal. With the new OC, though, how do you feel like you'll have a chance to build on that this season?
Yeah, obviously I think, when Potter stepped, into the role of being a tight ends coach, my game went to the next level, so I'm excited to see him stepping into the role as, an offensive coordinator, and he does a great job with, understanding concepts and schemes, and he's going to be able to put me in, the right place so, I can go out there and show my ability every play.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So your production coming back kind of speaks for itself. I know Matt Wagner is kind of probably the next in there, but what are some younger guys that you feel like how are they developing, and who might we look for?
Yeah, I think once you get to my point, generally speaking, like any leader in their career, after they have a big year, you know your ability and what you can do, but realistically why I come in the facility every day is to help those younger guys out and, teach them my ways and, the way I was taught things. And some of those guys in my room are special for sure. They come to work every day. Obviously as a young guy, you're going to make mistakes, and I let them know that. And my career has never been perfect either. So being able to, teach them and them to, look up to me is why I come in the facility every day. You can name every tight end in our room, and they just continue to improve every single day, and that's all that matters. And for me, that's special to me, because that makes me feel like, oh God, when I leave this place, those guys are going to be able to step up in a role here, and all the coaches are going to trust them because I was able to show them how I perform on the field, how I work, and those things will translate over to being a Bronco as they get older too. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of fascinated by performance and recovery, and I don't know what's top secret or whatever, but what are kind of some unconventional things that you've had to do to kind of keep your body ready to perform athletically? I know I've seen some weird things like the cool mitt and all the other random modalities, but what kind of things do they have you do?
Yeah, another thing, being a senior, aging a little bit, you got to keep your body right, and that's something I'm trying to improve on too every single day. But the main thing that helps me would probably be drinking tart cherry juice at night before I go to sleep. It's got natural melatonin in it, and it also has antioxidants for you as well. That helps me so much. I don't know why. I just I messed around with a lot of things, and that helps a lot for me personally. I would say prehab as well, getting in there, stretching and stuff like that. We got a shockwave machine too.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm a fan of it, but it helps. It's painful, but the next day you feel like, wow, that helped a good bit. So I would say those are probably the keys for me. But probably prehab is the biggest thing as you get a little bit older.
Well, when you said the tart cherry helps with sleep, which is the
So
best
important.
supplement possible.
Exactly.
I'm a new dad,
It's
so I can
natural.
really appreciate that.
Yeah, you should try
Lack
it out.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then with that, I've always been kind of curious about what college athletes are allowed to do. I remember I had some friends that were on the swimming team back in the day, and they were we can't even have energy drinks. And I was what are you specifically disallowed from?
For us, probably any type of drugs or steroids or whatever. I think energy drinks are fine.
Is pre-workout okay?
Yeah, pre-workout's fine as long as we get it approved with our trainers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think as long as you don't go off the path and go start doing stuff that you shouldn't be, you should be fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you have something from last year that you look back on as that thing that you're the most proud of. And it doesn't have to be a statistic. It doesn't have to be any production or even a team goal. It could be broader than that. how you showed up as a leader, as a tight end.
Yeah.
But like, what do you hope that thing is this year?
I would say I would kind of piggyback off what I said earlier. Being a senior and having the year I did last year, there's a lot of pressure and stuff around me. Going into this year, he's got to have these stats, he's got to do this. For me, it's showing up and controlling what I can control, getting better at, the little things in the run game and the little things in the pass game. And if it comes, it comes. And the ball finds good players, so I'm going to go out there and work my tail off, and it's going to find me. I just got to make I got to do right with it. But yeah, piggybacking off of earlier, helping out the little guys, the younger guys for sure is important. Like, I want to leave this place and I want them to say, like, dang, like Lauter like helped me improve my game a lot. That's what's most important to me for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Lauter? I think
Yeah.
everyone calls you Lauter. Like.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of a mixed thing.
Okay. All right.
I don't really get too mad. I mean, Lauter, whatever.
All right.
Lottie
But,
Dottie.
hey,
I got all these nicknames, so.
And actually, so we do a countdown profile of
Yeah.
every player, that we can accommodate, because there's actually more than 100, but starting from day 100 down to day 0,
Oh, yeah.
we do like a player profile. And one of the
Nice.
sections we have is we have like a nickname.
Yeah.
Because our shtick is we kind of try and be funny, to the
Yeah.
extent we can. Do you have a nickname? Because we just make them
I
up.
get called Lottie Dottie.
If we can't find them on your Twitter page, we just make them up.
My new nickname's Leroy because I
Lottie
wore a
Dottie
Leroy
and
Brown Leroy Brown hat fishing, and
Okay.
I guess the whole team caught on to it, so they started calling me Leroy. But
All right.
yeah, I mean Lauter. Some people call me. I mean, usually they call Wags Matt, but usually Lauter, whatever.
All right.
Whatever they're feeling on that day. So, yeah.
Fair enough. And then what have you personally worked the hardest at to elevate your game this offseason?
I would say probably that recovery process that you were talking about.
Prehab.
Yeah, that prehab, and then finding those little things and just trying to stay consistent in the little things. I think that's, once you fall off that path of not staying consistent on the little things, it's going to translate to the field, and then things spiral out of control. So staying consistent with my rehab and just the little things in life, and that's going to translate.
So people like to get to know kind of the player off the field a little bit too.
Yeah.
So kind of a basic question is like, do you have a favorite movie and why?
Favorite
Is it that?
movie? I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I actually don't have a favorite movie, but
All right. Just go with
I'm
Braveheart.
like a TV. I'm like, yeah, Braveheart. I would say I like Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
American Sniper. I
Heck
like
yeah.
war movies for sure.
I think, yeah,
And
relatable.
Yeah, they're interesting. That's for sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
Why in particular do you think that you're drawn to that genre?
Interesting question. I think it kind of just gets like the heart rate up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like an emotional guy too, so it's like those movies are emotional as well. Yeah.
When you watch that opening scene of Saving Private Ryan and then you're like, oh, I had a hard day, and you're like, it's not like that though.
Yeah.
And it would never be.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like, grateful for the life that, we're living, and we're not in that situation as, 18 to 22-year-old kids, so.
Or lying about your age at 16 to go, like a lot of people's
exactly.
grandparents, yeah. Wrap it up here pretty quickly. So, would you say you have a good support system? Do you have like family, teammates, both? Are you kind of like, Lone Ranger? Like, do you?
No, yeah, I was Lone Ranger for sure my freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
And then I started building, relationships out here. Started getting closer, with my parents and my brothers. Yeah, it's it's kind of hard as a football player because you come in as a freshman and you got, pretty much your whole year is taken up. My parents are in Florida, so it's like it's hard to get connected with them. I try to shoot them a text here and there now. And then also, like, as a freshman, you don't really have, like, that many friends. But over the years, you gain trust in people and you put yourself in situations where you have good relationships and then you start to feel comfortable, and that's when that support system comes into play for sure. So you're not freaking stressed out all the time. It's nice to have people around you that care.
Yeah, for sure. And then one last question is, what is one thing that you wish people would ask in these interviews, and what's your answer to that question? Like, for example, there was I was watching I don't remember who it was, like Jared Goff or something, and someone was asking him about all these stats, and he was like, hey, no one asked me about my charities, like it's like
I wouldn't say like NIL deals, because that's just like us like flexing or whatever.
Okay.
I would probably say like maybe like favorite hobby or something.
Yeah,
and then
like what do you do when you're not
Yeah, I would
football?
probably put golf and fishing in that category. I like to
Awesome.
golf a lot, and then sometimes
Good state for that.
Yeah, awesome. And then sometimes we go fishing when we get the chance.
Awesome.
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
go with you from the team?
Yeah, actually, Mason Randolph's really getting into fishing. Yeah, we have guys like on and off, but we don't. Seth fishes a lot, but Seth's definitely like the most consistent.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a thing we do. Like if we get a free weekend, we'll be like, hey, you want to go down here? It's a few times a year. It's not every weekend, but it's still a great
Still
time.
fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for your time, Matt.
Yep.